Rabbi. Good evening. Good evening. Courage, tenacity, and cheer. What does it take to live what our young man tonight, at the age of 21, has experienced? Our hearts had stopped that time. What can we do? How can we be part of something that will change the tide? Security guard at Nova, at a festival, everyone having a great time. And then it happened. Simchat Torah. And then it happened. And how brave and how wonderful this young man came from Israel to share his feelings, his experience with you tonight. And that he has been going around speaking to groups so we get some insight of the pain and the suffering and the experience that he went through. My great pleasure, Din.
Hello everyone, good evening. Pleasure to be here. So I introduce myself, short, not too much. My name is Din Tessler from Cholon. It's 20 minutes south from Tel Aviv. 21 years old, in May 22. I'm released from the army in August 22. I've been in special forces that's called Sayeret Nachal. I've been a soldier. I finished with the army, start to work in sales actually. And October 7, I worked as security guard with my best friend. He's right here. His name is Bar Kupelstein. He's hostage till now. I want to introduce also the two guys that are with me. First of all is Yarin, my dad. He's one of my best friends. And Or, his young brother of Bob. They joined to me a few days ago. And I will start. And Supernova Music Festival started in 6:30 Israel time. Bar's job was kind of in a high level of the security guard, and my job was the commander of the gate around the party. So all the emergency exit was kind of on me. 6:30, we see rockets in the sky. At that time, all the security guard would tell people that they need to leave really fast. So just scream on them, take your stuff, leave how much faster you can. And this is what we're doing for almost 20, 30 minutes. Around 7 in the morning, the police on the radio told me that I need to open an emergency exit. So I tell people, you follow me, come after me, and open emergency exit. I opened the emergency exit. I don't know if you know by the map, but I will tell you, the Nova was kind of between Be'eri and Reim, two kibbutzim that get attacked by terrorists, really bad. So I opened emergency exit, and the police, they told me that I need to tell them going left to Be'eri. So I just did what they told me. Tell people going left, left, just like that. After a few minutes, I see from the right a woman that she was bleeding from the head. She get out from the car, catch my arm, and just tell me, please help me. And till that second, for me, it was actually another day that rockets in the sky. Unfortunately, we grow up with this. We grow up to run into the shelter. We know every week it's something. But when I see her, it was, I think, the first time that it's not just rockets in the sky this time. And trying to talk with her, what happened? She's not responding, she's crying, she's bleeding. I called on the radio, I told them I have injured woman and I need really fast help. And they told me, put her in the ambulance and come to us. I take her on my ATV. I drive her, it was maybe 1 minute from the road to the ambulance. 1 minute, I just trying to talk with me, what happened? Tell me, I need to know. She's not saying too much, she's in panic. And the second I put her in the ambulance, he just looked at me and told me the terrorists attacked them. The first people they got from the party and take rides to Reim, after maybe a mile, maximum 2 miles, they get attacked by terrorists in the road. And I don't know who was watching the videos. So she was kind of the first people that coming back to the party from the attack in the road. And the paramedics say a lot of injuries in the road. They need help. So me and Bob, I'm driving my ATV. He's driving his ATV. Coming back to the road, the same emergency exit I've been. We see a lot of injured people that getting shot. We start to do a tourniquet. And for me, Bar is a hero how he's worked there. He saved many lives. We do tourniquet from branches that we found on the ground and actually a shirt. And how much we can to do, so we try to, and this is what we're doing for 1 hour and a half. They just take care of injured people, take them from the road to the ambulance over and over. And after 1 hour and a half, the police told us we need to open another emergency exit to Moshav that's called Patish. I don't know if you know, but the first biggest group that survived from the Nova, in the morning, it was the people that were running to Patish. Me and Bar, at that time, we've been in the same ATV. He's driving and next to him, and we see how everyone is running. We're telling people, keep running straight, keep running. But we also see a small group on the ground, they don't run. We came closer, and we see two injured women that getting shot in the legs. Really fast do a tourniquet, take them on the ATV, and coming back to the party, put him in the ambulance. After that, the police told us, come to us, and it was around almost 9 in the morning. And at that point, we see, I will talk with mile because of America right now, maybe quarter of mile, jeeping with terrorists inside, how they just jump from their cars and just start to shooting. And we're on the road and just see in front of us. I'm looking back, they start to shooting. Bar screamed at me and told me, run to the party, because they coming from there, and the party was kind of there. So it was the smart thing to do at the time. I started running to the party, back to the party, and he decided to stay there in the road. From evidence that I heard, he take a gun from police that died, he fight, take care of injured police officer, take care of injured people when they shooting on him and on the other police officer. He stayed there, and it was the last time they see him. Running to the party, I start to set many locations. My friend here, I text to him a lot of messages of help, of shooting on me. And then he told me that a lot of terrorists near to my location, I need to run away. So the shooting is shooting, and after 3 seconds, the shootings start to coming from everywhere. The biggest problem at that time, it was that we're hearing the shooting, but we don't know from where it's coming. I think of myself what I'm going to do, and I make a decision to take with me a small group to lead them and running with them to the woods, maybe 10 people, running to the woods from hideout to hideout, from bush to bush, running, I think 1 hour and a half, just running. After 1 hour and a half, fortunately, we see again a group of terrorists. Unfortunately, they murder most of the group that run with me. I just see how they're falling down one by after. I see that I'm running left. I look in the side. I see that I'm alone running. I keep running. I see bullets flying next to me. Maybe here and right here. It was crazy. I run in a few minutes and I see two cactus bushes, one from the right and one from the left. I decide to jump to the right one. I've been there from 10:30 in the morning till 7 p.m. Almost 9 hours, the longest 9 hours that I've been in my life. I tell you what happened between the hours. I jump to the bush and I start to text my friends, my family, my location, kind of trying to explain where I am. The shooting, it was something I never heard. And being a soldier, we did many training. But what I heard there was completely disaster. with just the terrorist music from their cars, if it's their Allah Akbar screaming, if it's the screaming of civilian Israeli people, they're just begging for don't kill me, this kind of stuff. And around 1 p.m. I'm looking right, I'm hiding, I'm between the leaves, and I see shadow of terrorists behind me. After a few minutes, I decide to film myself. So I did. For me, that time was kind of my last video. Who want later, I will show you the video. To me, I will show you. Around 2 p.m., I text my older brother that he'd been in Canada till October 7th. I text him, Emil, I love you. I'm going to die. A lot of terrorists behind me, take care of all the family. And after I did a voice message to my mom. Then she texted me hundreds of messages. I did a voice message. I tell her, Mom, I love you. Thank you for everything you give me in my life. I'm going to die. But the voice message to my mom didn't send because of the connection. And 2:24, my phone battery died. So the last thing that my mom told me that she sees me recording and then disappeared. And every second after 2:24, I can tell you it was not an hour. For me, it's like years. And it was just, was it difficult? It's more than difficult. It was insane. And after 20, 30 minutes, 3 terrorists come into my bush, one by after, and they didn't see me. Thank you, God. At that time, I tell you about myself. At that second that I heard them, I just accepted the death and actually understand and realize that I'm going to die. I just closed my eyes and I told myself, it's the end for me. But thank you, God, you didn't see me. The time is keeping moving. I'm really fast. I understand. I'm also start to hallucinating because I didn't drink water from the morning, I think. Every time I close my eyes, I just see terrorists in front of me. And then I start to smell the smoke, really bad smell of smoke. And I figure to myself, they found me right now, and they're going to burn me alive. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do. And we're going to fight with them, we're going to, I don't know what to do, or stay in the bush. But my friend texts me around 11, 12, please don't do stupid things, stay in the bush till the soldiers will come and take you. So this message been with me all of these hours, and I tell myself, if they want to burn me, I don't go out from the bush. I don't know exactly the time, but it's kind of between 5 to 6. I start to hear it's police, like calls, it's police, but with Arabic accent. And as an Israeli soldier, I'm really fast hearing the accent, the Arabic accent. I start to figure myself how it's possible that it's actually the police. Like I told you, all the time, just terrorists walking around me. I heard them a few meters behind me, all the time, just terrorists and shooting and everything. So I tell myself, it's not making sense. I don't believe to these calls. And from evidence that I also heard, actually terrorists also screaming to civilians, Israeli people, it's the IDF, and civilians running to them was a terrorist. I heard many of stories. The time is almost, let's call it 6 p.m. You know exactly, but it started to be dark. Every minute I realize that it's more dark and more dark. I think of myself, I'm 7 hours in the bush. Where's the help? What am I going to do? Because I started thinking, or I'm going to die probably from no water, or probably from hypothermia, because it started to be cold and I'm just shaking. Or I prefer to do something and looking for help and probably die on the way. I'm in the same position from 10:30 till 6 something p.m. 7 hours that I didn't move a finger. And then I decide to go on my legs, but still in the bush. I start to wave to helicopter, 30, 40 minutes. I just waving and the helicopter just passed and passed. and he didn't see me till the time 7 p.m. 7 p.m. it's dark. For me, it's the night right now. And I told myself, I prefer to die on the way when I'm running for help and just not spend all night in the bush. Just a few seconds before running again, I'm freezing with myself, just freeze. And I praise myself to God like I never prayed. I actually begging for help from God in that second. Just talk with Him like I never talked. And I start running in the open field again. Running 30, 40 minutes in the open field. It's still shooting. I don't know where I'm running. Without the phone. Story is not easier, but what I see just bodies from the right, bodies from the left. Just dead people there, cars that burned there. I just running and crying and running and crying till I see lights from the car from far away. I'm hiding again because I don't know if they're terrorists or it's the IDF. But then I told myself, I don't hide anymore. Thank you, God. He sent me 2 soldiers. They scream and help me. In response, it's the IDF. And I know, but my feeling was it's the IDF. Thank you, God, again. Send me 2 soldiers. They give me a water. I charge my phone a little bit. I call my parents. I call my friends. And then they ask me if I see more survivors. And I tell them, like I told you right now, I've been alone all the hours. So I tell them no. I'm hiding the cactus. And then they ask me if I want to go back to the bush and search more survivors. I don't know why, but I told them, yes, let's go back. We go back to the bush. Unfortunately, we don't find survivors, but I came closer and just see how the bush next to me completely burned on fire and still burned on fire. And for me, it just realized that it's another miracle, and it also not was hallucinating the smoke I smell. After a few seconds, I told them, please get me out of here, I'm scared. And they take me to the gas station in Urim, also around in the south. They get me out around 8 something p.m. And then oh, I have another brother, his name is Tvir, he's 20. He called me, asked me, where's Bar? Where's Bob? I told him, I don't know. I just get out from the woods. And then they sent me a video that Hamas posted on October 7th. And in the video you see my best friend, our best friend and his brother taken hostage inside a room in Gaza with more hostages with the hand behind the back. I just started crying. I crying. I even didn't realize what happened to me that day, that second, and my best friend is hostage. I even didn't finish to cry, and again rockets in the sky, and again running in the bushes and hide. After they take me to the hospital, where my parents waiting for me in Soroka, Beersheba, and something about my mom. Every time I tell it, mom not the kind of the woman that's running, but the second that she see me get out from the car, she just run to me, hug me like she never hugged. Came to the hospital, crying outside of the hospital about Bar and but I also didn't survive. From there, I told her, Mom, take me home. I want to get to the hospital, just take me home. I got home in around 11 p.m. and take a shower in 1 hour, just shaking and crying. All the memories just coming in one time and really fast. And then Sunday's coming. For me, Sunday, one of the worst days in my life also. Like I told you, I've been in special forces in the army. My friend from my team called me, crying, and he told me that he lose a friend. His name is Or Mizrahi, Zichrono Livracha, one of my best friends in my team. He died on October 7th. He was fighting base Kerem Shalom, one of the bases getting attacked by terrorists. He sacrificed his life for the other soldiers. I got a call and I'm just crying. After that call, it was another call that my commander died, Yal Klein, Zichrono Livracha. This was my first days after October 7th. Just called that or my friend is dead, or my friend is hostage, or a friend that we don't found in the security in the Nova. Too much people I lose. Actually, I keep losing. Our most of our friends they're fighting. Also, our friend really good one in Gaza right now. So this was my first days till Thursday. In Thursday, 5 days after what happened, I decided to go to Israeli news. I thought in the 13th channel. I share my story to most of Israel. And when I finish, it just feels for me is what I need to do. After that, I did another interview in Russian, I speak Russian. And after that, I go to Survivor's Place for my first time. In Israel, after what happened, they opened Survivors from the Nova to come to kind of nice place to talk, to share, to meet more friends. So I go there and kind of sit in a circle, everyone just talking about the story. And I waited for my turn to talk, and I see that in the door coming two women and one brother of the woman. They sit in, just see how they looking straight on me, like really straight. I see that, but I don't say nothing. And then I start to talk, and I start alone. My name is Tesler, or not. I really feel sad for all of you. My heart is broken, but I'm not like you. I'm not coming to the party to have fun. I work there with my best friend at hostage. He was a security guard. And then one of the women just stopped me and told me, was the security guard on the ATV? I tell her, yes. And then she asked me if I open emergency exit. I told her yes. Then she asked me if I tell people going left. That question was, it's good, it's not good, but I told her yes, it was me. It's what I did. And then she told me this left actually saved three of them their life. Till the day, many of people just told me hero and all of that. But for me, I'm not a hero. I just did what I need to do in that time. But yeah, probably this left saved many lives. I'm glad that it was my honor to do that. After the date, I decided to do many of interviews in I-24 and then NBC twice, many of interviews. And middle of November, me and two brothers were flying to New York. We've been there for a week. They coming back to Israel, and I decided to stay to keep doing the speeches. So I've been November, December, beginning of January, almost 2 months, that I did more than 50 speeches by myself, without organization, without nothing, just for myself. And back to Israel for a few weeks. And 2 weeks ago, I flying back to LA. Now I'm here right now. Do speeches and share about what happened. For me, it's the right thing to do, also for me and also for my country, I think. And I will end it with two messages that I tell every time. One of them, and the most important thing, I think, it's about appreciate the life. What does that mean to appreciate the life? Like I told you about myself, in the bush, some point, I'm accepting the death. And for me, the day after October 7th, I realized what is that life actually. Before October 7th, you can ask my friend, complain on many things, many stupid things that I don't was happy from that. I was upset on that, but for me, after October 7th, to be in this call right now, talking with you, it's a huge gift. And I want to tell to all of you, don't take your life, it's like, okay, it's another day. It's not. It's not usual to wake up in the morning. It's not usual, it's not just like that to be with your family. Trust me, in Israel, too much people, too much families that I knew, or they lost their lovers, or they don't know about their lover, if they're dead or alive. I don't say that your life is beautiful, but trust me if I say it, and I can to say it, appreciate more than your life, because every day it's a huge gift. It's a huge gift. The second thing, it's about faith. Believe in God. Right now, you see me in Kippah, sometimes put tzitzit, but I'll be honest with you, till last July, I even been not close to that. I'd be more honest with you. I'd be the opposite. So I kind of eat like everything. If a cheeseburger, if it's with a pizza pepperoni, if it's things that we can. But then I started working in an insurance company. That I met a guy that his name is Owen, and me and him we really fast became really best friends at work. We worked together, and every morning before we start to call to the clients, he do to me a Torah lesson every morning. After a few, I don't know, week or two, I take it on myself, keep the kosher thing. So I'm not just good anymore for healthy or something like that. And I start to put tefillin on me every day. And it was just 2 months before October 7th. And October 7th come, and it was too much questions with myself. Why it's me? What happened to me? Why I'm survived and not my friend? Everything. After almost 5 months, I believe that I've been there because for a reason. I've been there because God wanted me to be there. And I just started to get closer to God. I'll be honest, I'm talking with God every day. Answer to me, it's between me and myself. And I want to tell you that to be with faith, for me, it doesn't matter also if you're Jewish, if you're Christian, Muslim, if you're from India. I'm sorry, but for me, it doesn't matter because my mom, she teaches it doesn't matter who you are, just to be a good person. So for me, faith and belief, it's not where you came from, it's how you believe, how you the faith. I can tell you, after I realized it myself with the time, this is what gave me the power, this is what gave me to keep doing what I'm doing. And I more than believe in my life after October 7th. And I see every bad thing that happened in the days is also I'm looking for the good thing because this is how it's works. I think with myself every day that happened, it's happened from a reason. If I'm late to somewhere, so okay, it's need to be. So I believe, also I believe that he will come back with all the hostages, Bezat Hashem, and just believe in the good will come in. Thank you very much. If you have questions, you can go for it. Thank you.
I want to come up. And come up with mine.
Thank you. Say
Yes,
about Thor.
okay, go
Who
ahead.
is it? About his family. So Jews, this is my friend. It's our best friend. Oh, his younger brother. He's older. He has 5 siblings, and they have also a story in the family. His father, 4 years ago, he volunteered in United Atzala. You know what is that? The organization. He volunteered 4 years ago. He was on a call for a little kid, and a woman that she was on the phone hit him, and he been through a really hard motorcycle accident. After that, he been through a lot of surgery, and after that, 3 months after, he been with a stroke, and right now, till now, he disappeared in a wheelchair, and it's 4 years that the bar take the house on him. Actually, the reason that we've been in the Nova, we're not like this kind of party. No, it's not who we are. It's not our thing. We just work to make a little bit more money. And fortunately, he's hostage. And we're ready for him. You ever said him was
Okay, I want everyone to just take 1 minute and close your eyes, okay? We're gonna count to 8 very slowly. Everybody, go ahead, close your eyes. Trust me, nothing's gonna happen. I want you to imagine each second is an hour. Each second is deemed in the bush. What would you do? How could you stay in that bush? We're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna put ourselves there. We're gonna hear the terrorists, hear the Judaism in our heart. Thank you, Kieberman, Rabbi Kieberman, for letting us be here. But deep down, Can we keep our eyes closed for 8 seconds, which is 8 hours per day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still here. We thank God. We need Bar's brother here with us. We need to tighten our belts and think what we could do. I need him to continue speaking. So in honor of loving moms, in honor of Dean, in honor of Rabbi Peterman, we have to do things besides just listen and hear. We have to stand up. We have to stay, bring them home. We have to support them. We have to make it happen. We have to make it happen, okay? Bring them home. Thank Dean. Remember, any contribution makes a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Questions?
It just show us how much we're united. Not Shem Shem.
Julia. Bar Abraham ben Julia.
That's heartbreaking. You're the son of the Lord Church. Yeah, but they bring all the Jewish together, which is amazing.
Question?
So since you've been here, I've seen you once before, and I know you've been speaking around, which is wonderful. And I'm sure it can get painful too. But in this time, we've seen the United States go from solidly, strong with Israel, and then not as strong and not as strong. And the election they had yesterday in Michigan, where Michigan has the largest Arab population in the United States, how they were protesting, saying that the United States is backing this terror regime of Israel, which we all know is not true. Have you been seeing that, and how does it affect you?
Well, I've been in Manhattan in November. I see that, but I can tell you about angry and about hate, because I have all the reason to be angry. I have all the reason to hate them. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to that way. For me, see that, you just see a group, a lot of people that they just don't know the truth. It's just about that. I see the truth. I see it in my eyes. I see that. Every person that come and say free Palestine and all that, I'm sorry. Or is stupid, or you don't know the truth. It's exactly that. And for me, the angry and all of that, it's not who I am. I build myself again since October 7. It's something I try to put outside. The angry, the hate, and it just to come and explain. Now with you, probably you want Jewish, but also this tour is going. Let's call it tour. I'm going to talk with not just the Jewish, and also with Christians, also to colleges. To go and actually to show them we know the truth, right? We're Jewish, we're all together, we know. So, yeah, just try.
So many of my Israeli friends, I don't know if people know, but they know people know, but so many people have said this, it has to be true. Since you were guard, I have to ask you. They claim that at least one of the guards at the Nova festival was Israeli Arab, and when the terrorists came, he said to them in Arabic, "I'm an Arab, I'm with you, we're over there." So that raises a whole bunch of philosophical questions. To say this life didn't have the right to do that, but more importantly, since you were guard, you know who it is and you know about this.
I heard about it, but I want to tell you. What I can tell you, it's right. A security guard was few of them. There was an Arab, right? In my team, especially, I tell you because I was the commander, so I have a small team with me. So yeah, I think 4 of them was Arab. I can tell you the 2 of them they're dead. One of them is hostage, and one of them is alive. And I have all the reason to say to you right in front of everyone, right? The Arab is like that, and that, and that. Like they've been together with Hamas. Let's go. I'm not going to that way because for me, I don't think so. Right, I heard about this specific story that you right now tell. I've heard about it, but also our security guard died. Also, there's hostages,
So
so
in that particular case, what is the Israeli government doing in terms of that particular?
I don't know to give it my opinion. My opinion that you cannot, and so you cannot 100% judge not even one person that's been in their situation that we've been through. Have in the first week, you don't know how much times I'm asking myself, I told myself why I don't take him with me. But I also tell myself, first of all, it's happened for a reason. And second of all, I can't judge myself. It's happened, you don't know how to react, you don't know what to do. It's something that never happened in Israel. You need to understand. Doesn't matter which war it was in the past, something like that never happened. And yeah, I think it's the answer. One second,
I was gonna ask you, you already said, my first question is always, are you talking to people that aren't Jewish, right? Because it's like, we all talk to each other all the time, and we're crying together, we're supporting. But I think the biggest thing, especially in America, is talking to places that aren't, but, so did you, and you said you did a little, so I was gonna ask you how that was, or have you had a chance to go to any college campuses and talk to kids that are young kids, 20s, that are not Jewish?
And to college students, I just talked with a group of college students in New York one time in one house that they weren't coming. But they've been all of them Jewish.
Jewish.
Yeah, and the times they've been in Christians, it was the same love, the same,
Was it at like a religious church, or?
Sunday, if anyone knows Church of the Wine, he is going to be the honored guest, so.
No, I'm just thinking that how do we, like, to help you get there?
Right.
How do we get you in places where you need to be? I mean, there's a lot of great churches, there are,
Right.
and I know people, people that I know, Israelis that have been here that spoke in churches. It's more of, not the right wing, support Israel churches, because there's some that put up big signs right after it happened.
Right.
We stand with Israel. It was like amazing, even though everyone else is so anti-Semitic. So how do we get you to all the places in America, all your age, right? My kids' age. If they're not Jewish, they're learning everything from TikTok, and everything is anti-Israel. Like, how do we get?
Guys, I'm open to
Yes.
suggestions, please, I'm gonna give you my number,
I mean, just how do we
and
do it?
anybody, please.
I want to answer about that. I think how we're going to do that, I can tell you, I knew few survivors from the Nova that they also doing the same thing. And my opinion about that, how we're going to do that, I think that if you take, I don't know how many survivors, not just from the Nova, let's take from all of October 7,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Bases, kibbutzim, everything. And I think if, I not say about you, but everyone will take a big group. When I say big, I tell hundreds of survivors. You send them to there, you send them to there, you send them to there.
In big,
We are the solution. We are the people that actually can change opinions because we come in with facts. We come in with what we see.
Parents.
So in the future, maybe I will open a group, I don't know,
I
organization.
think it's so
I don't know.
important.
it's a great idea.
It's
But
so
it's for the
important.
future. Bezrat Hashem.
But is it true that they did a festival, they changed it for this location last minute? Because that's what I heard, that because it was a surprise for them. And that's what I heard, that it's last minute, the location.
To answer it,
To answer.
like I answer to him, I'm honest. I say everything because I'm safe. So, first of all, you're right.
I'm
Okay.
right.
First of all, you're right. First of all,
Because that's,
right.
yeah,
And
that's,
I know about this festival from Bar,
now it was supposed to be in different place.
different place, and I tell you what happened.
Okay.
So, the location
They didn't know,
that
it
they
was
need to be,
surprise.
they not confirmed by the police or by the idea, one of them. So in the Nova, where it was, I don't know if you know, but 2 days before October 7, in 5 October, it was a big, huge festival. Kind of the same music, kind of the same people, but not the same people. So it was everything ready. It was everything. It was from Thursday, 5 October, in 9 p.m. till Friday, 5 p.m. 20 hours of festival. It was 4 hours of break. And then the Nova is coming to the same location because everyone told everything is built. You have the stage, you have the bathroom, you have the camp, you have everything. So why change? I don't know how to answer to you. Of course, it's something that a lot of survivors angry about it.
I know,
Many of them.
because it was surprise for them, so they didn't mean it to. They wanted kibbutzim, but Nova was like.
No, but I can tell you, if not that location, it was the first one. It was kind of the same area. Not there, but probably somewhere in the south. You know, so.
But every year it's a secret location, correct?
It's a secret location. They just tell you, I was the security guard in Simotema, so I knew about it.
It's going to be,
few
now
weeks
it's going
before.
to be,
But
but it's going to be like legal.
yes,
I have a couple of questions. First one, you said you're gonna be doing these speeches, so you know when is your next one? I want to bring my family also, so when is your next speech?
actually
Sunday is a church. If
also
anyone
tomorrow
where are you?
tomorrow in the law office, right? I have the calendar. I can
Yeah.
link after that
Okay.
to show you.
And the other
Oh,
question.
Aventor Turnberry.
You know, but
Okay.
Aventor Turnberry.
The next question is like, what is the Israeli government saying right now? I know it's a few months already passed. I mean, because there was a breach of security. I mean, this is something that you have never expected that would have happened in Israel. So tight security. Have you heard anything of how can they break the cameras and nobody knew when they were crossing, breaking the fences and all that?
about why, how it's happened, I don't know, but I told you just my opinions, right? So I tell you about it. It's also about something that, trust me, all the hours, what I think of myself, first of all, it's where's the army. I've been a soldier, I know how to. So all the hours I think where's the army. As a soldier, I can tell you that with training, I training 14 months. So I wonder where's the army. And the first days it's also angry about where was the army.
Intelligence also.
And now I will tell you my answer with myself. That I answer with myself. First of all, it was 6:30 in the morning, right? Second of all, it was the Simchat Torah and also holiday. As a soldier, I can tell you about the commanders, how it's work, right? Commander, right? This is the highest commanders in these three options I tell you right now. Holiday, Simchat Torah, 6:30 in the morning. At that time, you have kind of the minimum soldier because the commanders want to send the soldiers to their home to celebrate the holiday, to celebrate the Simchat Torah. Why? Because something like that not happen. It's making sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, but where was the intelligence, the Israeli intelligence that could not foresee? I mean, like to do all that, what they did, it was not 20 minutes. It was work of destroying all the cameras that they had, cutting the fences.
I can tell you about
And there's
Hamas, they training
Years.
For 20 years.
This is what I told you. For me, I don't know if it's true, right? But I can also tell you stories, and again, it's always decide how you look in on it, and I tell you how I'm looking on it. The first day it was a lot of angry, but like I told you about my friend that I lose, and the stories that I heard, many soldiers that been in the house, many of people that just have a pistol on them, come to the south and fight, and they dead. Too much stories of that I heard. So to say where was the army, it was the first days, but I realized that it's not the right question.
No, I didn't mean where was the army, where was the intelligence of the Israeli government that could not.
I'm not police.
The army, I understand, it's a bad.
I don't know to tell you.
No, that's what I said. If you heard something in the last, not yet.
The people were 9:30 in the morning.
My question is this, I was interested in the comment that you made that since October 7, you started wearing tefillin, you started eating kosher. And I'm just curious, is this something that you found that's happened to a lot of other people in Israel, when other people in the United States or other places in the world, that October 7 had such an impact on Jews everywhere that it led to the spiritual awakening in many people? For example, since October 7, I started wearing tefillin every day, and I've started being much more careful with kosher and things like that. I was quite shocked that for me, that it had such an impact on me personally that day. Do you find that this is common in Israel and elsewhere, this kind of reaction?
Like I talk about myself, just 2 months before, I started to keep the kosher, and after that, October 7, I just came closer to the God and the faith and the Torah. And I can tell you about few survivors that I personally know about them. They going to that way from God protect me, God give me a second chance. They more than believe. But unfortunately, you have these people that they lose their dad, they lose their older family, they see a nightmare, you know. So you have these kind of the people, and you have these kind of people. I will not say how it's right. For me, my opinion is trying to see the good and the bad, right? But I can judge, I can blame every person that lose, kind of this stuff. So you have these kind of the people, and you have the same also these kind of the people. And everyone I know is living.
But you have to look at our community, how we got together. The rabbis say how we
Is
got
anybody
together.
armed over there?
We all got to
The
do
first
help.
question, the most popular question is about the weapon. I will answer to you. First of all, I was without a weapon. Me and Barnott, most of the security guard without weapon. I tell you also why. I don't know if you know, in Israel, to carry on your weapon, first of all, you need to do a license.
I know.
You win a סיירת מטכ"ל? No way. קודם כל מצדיע לך. זה קודם כל. The second thing, it's most of them without weapon, just a few security guard that they have a license on them, they've been in weapon. Till October 7, no one imagined that something like that can happen. And also the security guard, when we say security guard, it's security guard that the people inside the party were not fighting with themselves, not against terrorist attack. So if the weapon was there, I think it's a different story. If I got a weapon, I think it's also different story. But מיטת כוננות in the kibbutzim.
לא היה להם כלום.
You have a few kibbutzim that
Everything was lost.
So yeah, without this question over there. Yes, I'm sorry.
They're taking all these prisoners. They're taking off the idea, the idea of taking all these prisoners. And a lot of them obviously are murderers, and they put them away, they don't kill them. They don't do a death sentence.
Yeah.
They make them obviously from us on top of that. It's terrible. So I'm just curious. I'm curious how you feel about it. They teach these people alive that have done these horrible things. Thank you.
So I said to you what my opinion about it. First of all, if you take my opinion, I think that every person that take a life is not deserved to be in this world, is first of all. And about what happened in our country and why it's acting like it's acting right now. First of all, we're the Jewish country, democratic country, so it's make everything more complicated. And the prisoners that in the prison, probably most of them, I don't know if most of them, right, the murder, but the government of Israel, they want, first of all, the hostages coming back. So the government thinking with themselves, okay, we'll bring back a few thousand of terrorists, just give me the hostages. So my opinion, right, it's a terrorist, right? It's people that killing people. But for me, what I want, if you ask my opinion, I want the government will do everything they need to do, and I say everything. For me, it doesn't care. Everything that hostage will come and back. When the last hostage will come and back Israel, what I want is to destroy all Hamas. I want to destroy all of, I'm not saying all of Gaza, but all of the terrorists inside Gaza. And probably will be a solution. I don't know which is solution. I'm not the president. I'm not, I'm not political something. But first of all, the hostages. And I think that we need to give any price. I not say, to give them prisoners and keep the life and like it's not happen. Of course not. But yeah, take terrorists, take it back, bring me our hostages, and then we destroy all the Hamas. This is, I think, that's.
But this happened because you gave already 1,000 terrorists back.
But
And now,
also-
and now they are going to give 47 more that were in jail already in Gilad Shalit deal. For the second time, they are giving them back.
So I want to first of all.
No, 47 of them were captured already before, and they were released for Gilad Shalit.
Right.
I think the fact that Israel started this to begin with by not killing them, that gave the Hamas ideas to take more hostages. So, I mean, they feel that they are hostages.
Right.
Now, now this is what's going on.
But imagine to yourself that we are the Jewish and the only democratic country actually in the Middle East.
Yes.
So we kind of don't have too much option. We are right now United States, biggest country, I think, by the biggest army, and we're so small like in New Jersey. So we kind of doing what we need to do to keep living, to keep what we need to do. And you say about the Gilad Shalit, my opinion, and I will say it for everyone that think that it's not at any price the terrorists will need to go back. You need always think if it was or your son, or it was your kid, or it was your brother, or it was your mom, or it was your dad. When you're thinking with that, then ask yourself the questions if we need to bring them back or not. Take it to personal, to heart, Take it to that way, and you will find the answer. This is my opinion.
It's not politically correct, but allow me to respectfully disagree.
It's okay. It's everyone in his opinion. Respect that.
They did already a mistake before, and it happened because of that
This is not
mistake.
soldiers this time, this is
Human lives.
And
Okay.
it make it even worse. So,
Bring them home first.
exactly, and what my suggested, אני לא מבינה, למה לא שמים עליהם כזה, כמו של אסירים, like, and then you can keep, and then you can follow them. This is, if we don't do that penalty, why we don't do that?
זה מה שהם צריכים.
I got one question. How did he get intel information to tell you to be in the bush?
What? Can you? Here's another question.
How did you have the information to tell him to stay in the bush? How did you know that there was where the gunfighter was?
The news,
Oh, you were following the news. I
Yes.
wondered if you had.
news, phone, everything is going.
So you got information. You were able to give it to him in his own. Okay, that was very good.
Any more questions?
Were you in uniform as a guard?
What? Again, sorry.
Did you have a uniform on as a guard?
Just a black pants, a black shirt that's security guard in the back, and that's it.
So people,
And a purple skirt.
so people knew that you were a guard.
Exactly. Oh, they got the uniform, just shirt that say I'm security guy. Any more question?
You're gonna show the
video?
Yeah, video.
On the screen.
Huh?
Yeah, let's put it on
Yeah.
the screen. That'd be great. Let's put it on the screen. And then Rabbi, I'm gonna want a copy of this video. Definitely, let's do
You know what?
it.
I sent it to you right now for Linda. Linda? Okay. The cabin going, so stand up.
סבא שלי גר, סבא שלי נפטר, אבל הוא היה גר ברחוב סעדיה אלון.
איפה?
Can we turn the lights off? Maybe not.
You're not gonna need them.
Okay,
We
good.
can turn the lights on.
זה יותר בכניסה שלי.
איך עוד פעם?
סעדיה אלון.
סעדיה גאון?
כן?
יכול להיות באזור סוקולוב.
כן, כן.
זה לא באזור שלנו.
זה פחות באזור שלנו.
Guys, if you have any ideas or any places or any thoughts, you can come get one of my cards, and I'd love to keep them going. Ability.
I sent it to you, Linda.
Me. Send it in what's there? I have several videos. Which ones? Bush, that I don't.
Who is now doing everything in like.
Elbow.
How they do all all the community helping, my neighbor, I didn't even know. Guy, shoes. So, because anything I
Okay.
Wait,
I said that to yourself. Okay. So many. Okay, guys, we're gonna watch it. Is there value? Is there value?
Oh, wait.
Is there value?
So I will explain.
Wow.
It was after that I see from the right shadow of terrorist. I told myself I will film myself. And this is the video, just film myself crying inside the bush.
By the way, I heard it was a cactus.
Cactus.
I love that one.
Cactus. Yeah, but a lot of
No, it's a,
Please.
You want to show the second one?
Yeah.
Before you start with the second one, I will explain. You have the second one?
Yeah, you should have.
So 4 weeks ago, maybe 3.5, me and Paul, another brother of Bar, we go back to the first time to the Nova, and we did the same direction that I'm running, and we come back to this bush, and now I send the video. I will explain in the video. So you have the second one?
Yeah.
I go back to the bush, film myself inside the bush, but this time without terrorists. So 1 second.
Hold on. So the second one, where would I?
I send it to you.
I know.
In the color.
Yeah, where?
There it goes. What? Oh, right there. Okay. Hold on. There you go.
Set.
Start. Now set it to the number.
Did you get it?
In WhatsApp.
Okay. Send it again.
1 second.
Set.
Now when you jump here, you need to save it. Now you do it like that.
No. So what's that? Okay, we're gonna send it to you in 1 second. 1 second.
תגיד לו מסגל בחדודת מהים.
כבר הגיעו למצב שהם לא רוצים
You got it now.
טרוריסט לדעת.
Can you do it? Can you transfer airdrop?
היה לכל הפסקת אש ביום שני. לא בעד החטופים.
Okay, good.
אבל אנחנו מכירים את זה
So where are you guys going after that?
We go right from our phone to there.
אתם רואים? אנחנו בתוך השיח, ממש זה השיח שבחרתי, קרוב ל9 שעות, ממש שמה. אתם רואים פה את הענפים פה? נכנסתי שם בין הענפים, אגיד לכם שאני לא יודע איך עשיתי את זה, נכנסתי שם בין הענפים, התחבאתי, על איזשהו שלב לקראת השעה 6 בערב, שבה אמרתי אני כבר לא יכול לחכות יותר לעזרה, אז באתי לנקודה הזאת איפה שאני עומד עכשיו, ממש כאן, התחלתי לנופף למסוק, ממש בצורה הזאת, הפשטתי את החולצה ממני, התחלתי לנופף כמו שאתם רואים, כמו שאני מספר בהרצאות, נובבתי והייתה פה כיפת השמיים, וכמו שאתם רואים, יש פה אשרה כיפת השמיים. ואני מנופף ואני מנופף, חצי שעה 40 דקות, קקטוסים סביבי, מסוק חולף מעליי עשרות פעמים, שפשוט לא רואה אותי, והאומללות היא, אי אפשר להסביר באמת. עד איזשהו שלב שכבר 7 בערב, ששם כבר אמרתי לעצמי שאני לא יכול לחכות יותר ואני עייף, אז בחרתי לצאת מהשיח והתחלתי לרוץ, ממש ביציאה הזאת שאתם רואים, יצאתי ביציאה הזאת התחלתי לרוץ על הבן שלי. כמו שאתם רואים, אנחנו בתוך השיח, ממש זה השיח שבו התחבאתי, קרוב ל9 שעות, ממש שמה. אתם רואים פה את הענפים פה? נכנסתי שם בין הענפים, נגיד לך את האמת, אני לא יודע איך עשיתי את זה. נכנסתי שם בין הענפים, התחבאתי, בשעה 6 בערב, שבה אמרתי, אני כבר לא יכול לחכות יותר לעזרה, אז באתי לנקודה הזאת איפה שאני עומד עכשיו, ממש כאן,
Thank you, everyone. Anyone has an idea, I need it, if they want to give me their number, whatever you want. I have to.
Thank you, thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Gesture is appreciated. Watching over you and protecting you.
Yes.
Second all American, yes, it is. It's not just for all the hostages being reunited very soon, and not just for all the soldiers come back unharmed, but B'ezrat Hashem, when Mashiach comes, the whole world is going to turn to Eretz Yisrael, from the river to the sea, from everywhere, the whole world will find Eretz Yisrael.
Next, this Sunday we have a CPR course, a free CPR course right here. Next Thursday we have a wine tasting, an art event right here. And we have this coming Sunday.
No, the wine and the art.
Thursday, next Thursday, a week.
This coming Thursday?
Yeah, a week from
a week
tomorrow.
from now.
Yeah.
But it's the next week.
Yeah.